Good morning. I promise you guys something. This is funny before we dive in. As you guys are hopping on, let me know who's on. That would be awesome. And where you are coming in from and what your plans are for the weekend. Can you believe it? We're almost at another weekend. The first weekend in June. No, I guess last weekend I'm in the first weekend wasn't enough. Yeah, because the first was on Saturday. So, well, anyway, it is going to be it's my birthday weekend because my birthday's Saturday. So I feel like I've been drinking out of my Ray Dunn Happy Birthday mug. I think it's appropriate. I think I'm on my second cup of coffee this morning because I made a post on my personal page this morning. I don't know if you guys saw it. And it was about mindset. And it's about a new adventure that Catherine, that you guys all know and love, her and her friend and business partner, Tim Holmes, that they are doing together separately on this project. And it is all about mindset and things like that. Well, I shared my thoughts on that on my personal page this morning. And I should have known that that was going to open the floodgates all day long for God to throw at me every way to possibly test my mindset. I knew it. I should have known it. He's got a sense of humor, and come on now, really? So yeah, I made that post, and then literally, not necessarily on that post, and then on the business page post that was made this morning about veggies, etc., about what is and what isn't ketos when it comes to vegetables. People lost their minds out there today, y'all. They're like, well, what about this? What about green beans? What about... Oh my gosh, I should have known when I made a post about mindset this morning that the floodgates were going to open and my mindset was going to be pushed to the brink. Practice what you teach, Amy. Practice what you teach. Get your mindset right. Inhale, exhale, and let's do this. I just got an awful incident with Instacart this morning, and they totally messed up an order, and I'm just like, oh, can I go back to bed? But, however, we are ready to start. My name is Amy Smith-Hightower. I'm a ketogenic meal planner and mentor from Batesville, Arkansas, who has lost over 100 pounds following the ketogenic diet and kept it off for 2 additional years. We have also created a totally free keto community of 185,000 members who have lost 2 million pounds combined. How crazy is that? Super awesome. We also do free weekly meal plans every single Friday morning. So if you are not currently in Push for Your Better, please write push in the comments below and we will get you the link and get you hooked up with us over on the inside. What we're going to just dive into this morning, I'm going to keep it short so I'm not going to be able to cover everything under the sun. But I'm going to answer some of the most popular questions on how do you know if something is keto or isn't keto? There's so much debate. Don't know if you, I know this for a fact in Canada and in the US. And I think it's the same in Australia because I've had a conversation, with a friend of mine who is in Australia. So I think it's the same way there, but I know it's this way in Canada and in the US. There is no, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, or Health Canada, neither one have set guidelines for what is and isn't keto. They have not issued that. There is nothing in their, I don't know what it's called, their bylaws or whatever, that says what is and isn't keto. So technically, you can go take a 5-pound bag of regular sugar. You can write keto sugar on it, and there's not anything anybody can do about it because there is no definition of what is and isn't keto that is published by the FDA or Health Canada. So what does that lead to? That leads to keto being super popular, and everything now when you walk through the grocery store has keto labeled on it, right? How do you know it is, and there's things that are just, it's up to us to figure it out and to know what is and what isn't for our body. Because there's no regulation on this at all. None. Zero, zilch, none. Even low carb, there are regulations on, okay, it's got to have this many net carbs to be considered low carb. But keto doesn't even have that. There's literally nothing that any of these food manufacturers have to go by to label it that it is or isn't keto. Just so you know. So that's one thing that we need to know. the Carb Manager app that so many people use, and they will tell you if something's a grade like A, B, C, or D. I'm gonna have to bust your bubble, but that's not always accurate either, because once again, there's no structure for what is and what isn't. So they can basically put it as whatever they want. It just is what it is. But here is how you, the consumer, can learn whether a vegetable, a fruit, a sugar, whatever it is, if it is or isn't keto. Buddy's Hightower is gonna knock down this door, y'all. He was like, I want to say hi. I want to say hi. Hi, baby. Everybody say hi to Buddy. Everybody say hi, Buddy. Good morning. He was like, he was knocking down that door. He has to be the center of attention. You guys know this. He is the big deal. He is. He's kind of a big deal. We think so anyway. So, the glycemic index, guys, and you can Google it. Go Google the glycemic index. We have charts over in Push for Your Better. If you're not in Push for Your Better, just write push in the comments below and we'll get you added. We have all kinds of charts that show you the glycemic index, guys, and that's truly what you have to go by to decide if something is or isn't keto. You can look at fruits, vegetables, etc. on there. For the reference, I'm going to go ahead and that little list that I post. If it has wheat in it, do not eat. Wheat is gluten. Gluten is not keto. There's nothing about wheat that is keto. So that low carb bread from Aldi's that everybody was going crazy about, that was like 1 net carb or 0 net carb or whatever, with the first ingredient is wheat. That's not keto, guys. That will throw you out of ketosis. Gluten is the devil. I'm telling you, it will throw you out of ketosis every single time, okay? So if it's got wheat, you do not eat. Now let's talk about beans, okay? So it's so funny because this is a pain point for so many people when I talk about beans. In my chili, I put like a half a serving of beans in my chili because I like beans in my chili. And it's not enough to throw me out of ketosis, okay? It is not enough to throw me out of ketosis. So do it, okay? Green beans, if you're tracking them and you're tracking correctly, doing net carbs, and you do it in moderation, and it's not something you do every single day, I'm saying do it. Like, eat the green beans. Now, don't put brown sugar on them. I mean, because that's not keto, but green beans are... I mean, it's a gray area, but if you're going to track it, go for it, okay? If you're going to track it, go for it on occasion, okay? There was another one I missed. Oh, peanut butter. Let's talk about peanut butter. Okay, so peanuts are technically not keto, right? Like, can't have peanuts on keto, but you can have peanut butter because of the way it's processed. As long as it's peanut butter, as long as it's the only ingredients are peanuts and salt. I think that's in it, peanuts and salt. Now, if they've added sugar, it becomes a peanut butter spread, and that's not keto. But that is why you see so many like fat bomb recipes, etc., that call for peanut butter, and people are like, oh, I didn't think you could do peanuts on keto. Now, a lot of times, if you'd rather do almond butter, you can actually probably get it in with less carbs and do it that way, or not, but any of that, or nut butter. So those would be great other examples that you could do. But so I don't eat peanuts, but I do occasionally have some peanut butter in like a fat bomb, etc. So I'm hoping that really clears up the 4 main questions that I'm asked all the time about, is this or isn't this keto? Oh, carrots. Let's talk about carrots for a second. Carrots are technically not keto, okay? Like, you shouldn't eat carrots on keto. But guys, if you go in and you order a salad at a restaurant and there's a few carrots in it, the keto police are not going to come arrest you. It is okay. Like, just do what you got to do, but like, just be a real human. Okay? Nobody's perfect. Just be a real human. Okay? And when someone posts something that may not be perfect, don't attack them. You can educate it, but don't attack. I mean, there's enough hate in this world right now that we all need some love, right? Like, we all need some love and we all need some support. And that's why we have it Push for Your Better. And that is with my last breath is what I will absolutely protect with everything in me. Because that group that I started and I created will not turn into every other keto group out there where they're selling 9 zillion products, where they have no support. And if you don't buy X, Y, and Z, then you can't be in their group. Yeah, well, that's not us. That's not how we roll. We do make suggestions, but we are there to support each other. And that, my friends, is why I do what I do. And if people can't follow those rules and you can't be nice and push for your better, you will get shown the door and you will go to the block party and you will not message me and ask me to come back in. If you've been to the block party, you're gone. I'm done. So I hope you guys have a fantastic Thursday and an even better weekend. So dig in, have a great weekend, and overall, just be kind, be good humans. That's what the world needs right now. Share this video out, and I will see you on the inside at Push for Your Better.